With the new sessions of an cloud management. So in this cloud management we are going to understand the important questions in exam point of view. The exam can be of stream MSc IT SEM 4. We will understand step by step all the important questions that can be asked in the SEM 4 exam of MSc IT. So we will understand the unit 1 important questions from unit 1 to unit whatever we will able to complete. So we will see exact what and so in this basically first we have to understand what exact the cloud management is. So cloud management, as its name is defined, the managing of an cloud. Now it is non-understandable how we can manage the cloud. So the managing is not of the cloud, but particularly the services are being shifted into this cloud environment. So this cloud, as it name, are the particular the various uh, more space is been into the cloud. So what I will define with a proper example. Let's not make it complicated, and I'll give a particular example. So suppose if I have a particular IT organization. So in this organization, in order to start the organizations, I basically use for my own website I required a particular database, particular storage, particular for this I have required particular server. So basically whenever my services will be in demand, again I required one more server, again I require one more server. Then I like this entire room will be full with a server, and then I will have no place to keep these servers into the room. So I will keep that in one data center. I will give the contract to I will basically keep that server into the data center. So this data center, as you know, is a particular center where all the centric room where all the servers are being stored, where there are the quite thousands and of servers in this rooms. So basically what again if now my office is at A location and server data center is at B location. So my office, what I have told, my office is at A location and data center is at B location. So if any problem has arrived and entire services has been down, I get to know. Then again my technician person have to run to the data center and again solve that issue, and again come back to this office, and again if any problem occurs, then you have to again run and then come. So this becomes an hectic. So what they have decided in order to shift these servers or the services from these data centers and move out to the in the form of an cloud. So whatever the changes we required can be accessed to the centric console. So wherever at a location we are, uh, the service provider or it may be any customers. So customers, I will explain how he can get the services. So basically according to the service provider, whatever the changes we required or whatever the customized changes we have to do, we can do from the single centric console, and it will affect that's into this particular cloud. So we have to not go to the data center and then change the configuration again and come back in the office. So this is not this is not has been done. The entire has been changed and it has been moved into the cloud. So basically helps the service provider into maintain, manage the configure according to their requirements. And from this customer point of view, now the customer whatever he wants services he want according to his customized requirement, he can take from this, he can select from this, and it will be retrieved from this cloud only. So this is how the cloud can be managed. Cloud, not exactly the cloud, the cloud services can be managed from the single centric console. So this is that is why the name has been given as a cloud management. So in this first we will understand the what first question can be is explain the categories of an different categories, explain the different categories of an systems and outage. Categories, explain the different categories of system and outage. So in this in order to understand the different categories, so first we have to understand what exactly the categories of systems and outage, what exactly the systems and outages. So basically, as we know, when we as a user, and I as an user and you as a service provider, suppose I am taking a service from you, so basically we will have to sign a certain contracts, and that contract name is an SLA, service level agreement. So whatever the requirements according to me, I will define into this SLAs will be defined, I will check whether it is defined into the SLAs and it is been mentioned by the service provider into the SLAs. After seeing this SLAs only, I will sign this contract, and now further it's a responsibility of yours, that is a service provider, to follow this SLAs and to maintain over the time. So according to this SLAs, what was the first point? Categories of systems and outage. So basically, the systems, in order to talk about the systems, now according to the signed SLAs, the services, the systems on which the services are being dependent according to the signed SLAs. Suppose these systems according to the signed SLA services are being dependent, so this system should be raised as an higher priority flag, because when on this system the services are much more dependent. If this service will be down, the user requirements will not be satisfied, and the user will think that the service provider is trying to breach the service level agreement, and then user will start to raise an escalation, due to which organization will have to suffer. So for that, in order to prevent this, the service provider have to focus on the systems on which much more priorities are being faced. So these categories can be, categories of an systems can be maintained by raising the high priority and low priority flag. So high priority flag can be raised on the systems on which much more services are being dependent, and the systems which are not the services are being dependent can be raised and low priority flag. So these systems are not, if even if it is not recovered, it is fine, but the systems on which much more services are being dependent, that needs to be recovered as soon as possible according to the categories of an systems. In order to talk about the categories of an outage, now what exact the outage is? Outage is basically a catastrophic event that makes an entire environment, disturbs entire environment down. So this can be defined as an outage. So outage is basically major problem. If it makes an entire environment down by making the not providing any services, so the organization service provider will have to worry about that, because if the once the user's requirement is not satisfied, the user will start to raise an escalation, and by which organization or the service provider will have to suffer. So in order to prevent from this outage, the outages also can be categorized. Now what, how this it can be categorized? So basically, the outage which has been occurred already, we have that solution for that particular problem or that particular incident, so that can be raised as a low priority. But the outages which are new to us and can cause an additional effect which we don't know, and that can take an extra time to recover, that outages need to be set as a high priority flag. And when this occurs, these outages with a higher priority flag should be given as a high priority, and whenever the disaster occur, it should be recovered as soon as possible. If it is not, this outage with a low priority flag is, even if it is recovered late, it's fine because we have the solution of that. But the outages which are new to us, and been raised high priority flag, that needs to be recovered as soon as possible. So this can be defined with categories of an outage. So these categories of an outage is basically defined with a following table. So the categories, the table can be classified as a category column, max minor outage column. I am actually writing in short form because the whiteboard is not that much width, and then can be max minor outage, and then can be the max major outage. So in this, what first one is continuous availability. Continuous availability, CA stands for the continuous availability. So in this continuous availability, max minor outage is 1 minute and max major outage is 2 hours. So this is other continuous availability. When the service has been recovered within the 1 minute, it comes under the max minor outage of continuous availability. But if it takes the 2 hours to recover this entire services, then it comes under the max major outage under the continuous availability. Now second one is mission critical. Mission critical. In mission critical, the max minor outage is 10 minute and max major outage is 8 hour. So this is how the categories is been made for the systems and outages, by which we can follow this and we can able to understand whether it is whether it is lies in continuous availability or mission critical, or we will understand furthermore. So this is the mission critical. Then comes the third one is business important. Max minor outage is 1 business hour and max major outage is 3 days. But then business importance, after this business important, then comes the 1 minute, I'll make it clear. After this business important, category max minor, max major. After this business importance becomes a business foundation. So in this business foundation, what it comes, max minor outage is 1 business day. It's not birthday. one business day. Then comes max major outage is 1 week. And then last one is business age. Max minor outage is greater than 1 week and max major outage is greater than 1 month. So this is how the categories of systems and outages can be defined. Next, if you talk about what is high availability. Explain in detail. So in this, basically we have to explain what exact the high availability is. So in this before understanding the high availability, we have to understand what exact the availability is. So basically, in order to talk about the availability, now availability can be defined as an availability of an services before any failure occurs. That means before the failure occurs, there is a normal provision of an services, but when the failure occurs, after which when the system has a capacity or capability to be responsive, uh, with the correct answers within the under the failure condition, and to able to be protect, the system can be should have is able to protect themselves under this failure condition, then that systems is defined as high availability system. It is to be defined that no system is high available in this era up to the 92%. It's myth that the system is available up to 92%. There is no system that is available up to the 92%. High available up to the 92%. So this is can be defined as a high availability. Now if you talk about there are the three important factors if you talk about the high availability. First is outage categorization, what exactly we have defined in the previous outage categorization. Then second is system categorization, and third is automated protection, and recovery. So this is the important three factors of an high availability. In order to talk about the outage categorization, so the outage categorization is basically we can define this outage categorization about talking be giving the brief explanations about outage. So basically, what exact is the outage is basically whenever the incident occurs in the form of a catastrophic, the incident can be the catastrophic events, that can be the earthquakes, tsunami, floods. So whenever this happens, it makes an entire environment disturb and make and everyone worry in order to make ready and stress in the stressful environment in order to give the strong responses to this incident occurrence. That can be defined as an outage. So basically, whenever the outages occur, it makes an entire environment down in the term of an entire services down, entire services down. User's requirement will be not be satisfied. When the user's requirement will be not be satisfied, then user will start to raise an escalations, and by defining that service provider is trying to breach the SLS policies, so by which organization will have to suffer. So in order to prevent this, we have to make the categories of an outage. We have to define certain strategies so that we can come out of this problem. So this can be defined as a category of an outages. So the outages which have, or the incident which have been occurred in the prior, we can define, we have that solution. Cause we have that solution of that particular problem, we can raise that outages as a low priority. We can raise for that outage as a low priority outage, low priority flag for that outage. But the outages which are new, that might take a much more time to recover, that are new to us, or that can cause an additional effect, can be raised on a high priority flag for that outages, and that outages should be given as a higher priority whenever this incident occurs. That can be defined within this outage categorizations. Then comes the system categorization. Now in this system categorization, uh, the categories of an systems is been done by setting that system as an high priority and low priority flag. So the systems on which much more services are dependent according to the signed SLA, that system should be given as an high priority flag, cause on this system the much more services are dependent. So whenever the failure occurs, this should be recovered as soon as possible. And the low priority systems, even if it is not recovered, it is fine, because there is no or less services are dependent. But services on which much more service, the system on which much more services are dependent, that should be recovered as soon as possible. In this, that can be defined as a system categorization. But third comes the automated protections and recovery. Automated automated protection and recovery. So basically, in this high availability, we are defining the systems which have the capability to be responsive, and in order to protect himself even under the failure conditions, and can have the ability to recover under this failure condition, can be defined only, as an high availability system. So this is what exactly the point says. Automated protection, the systems on which the services are being dependent, that system should have the capability to protect itself, and should have the capability to give the correct responses, and to able to have the capability to be recover on itself. That system is defined to be as a high available system. So this is what we have completed. The second point was the